Yes, I was calling to see how do I go about the process of submitting an appeal for a condemned house.
You're in a condemned house?
Yeah, how do I start that process? Do I just give a letter of writing to the inspector, or do I come down there and give y'all the form, or what?
Yes, it is a letter that you have to do. We have the property, and we have condemned it, and you don't think it needs to be condemned?
Yes. Well, what happened was he came out here and condemned my house for the windows being cracked open, and then they turned the power off because it was an electrical issue because I wasn't here that day when they knocked on the door, and I had no notice of them coming whatsoever. And they knocked on the door, wasn't here, and they came back out and condemned the house the very next day, had no idea for the windows being cracked open, and then they cut the power off, and then they came back out when they did their inspection and condemned the house for no electricity.
Okay. So you own the house?
No, I don't. I'm the tenant of the house.
Okay. So only the property owner can appeal
I know, but a tenant can't appeal it? Because I've read the code, or like on NC Guilford County or whatever in Greensboro Compliance Code, it says that it would fall under the occupation of the tenant.
Yes, but the property owner is the one who can appeal the inspector's investigation. Has the property owner said anything to you?
No, see, we're going to court. We have to go to court on the 12th because what happened was there was a fire upstairs, and we're going to court because she's evicted me, but we were great friends and everything, and then, like, she came in here and had the insurance people come in and everything, and then they told me none of my stuff was covered. I had to pack up all my belongings within a day and have everything moved out, and I couldn't do it, and I told her I couldn't, so we got into a big fight and argument, and everything blew up from there. And so now she's evicted me and suing me for $10,500 because she's got asbestos that she covered up previously to remove the asbestos before the repairs can be done. And now we're going to court on the 12th for eviction, but she's doing an illegal eviction because she has no grounds to evict me. Because I pay the rent and we have a verbal contract and everything, and then y'all come out here and condemn the house. Well, no, I haven't been evicted. I don't think I would. I don't think when the judge hears the case and everything, she doesn't have grounds to evict me because she's saying that it's for rent, and the eviction thing for the moratorium or whatever from the CDC isn't up until the 31st of July. I understand that, but see, I'm the one living in a house with no place to go, and I have to figure something out because I have a dog. I can't go to a shelter. I've already talked to Larry Roach. He gave me numbers, and he contacted Elizabeth, and he finally went to the office, and the funding was dried up or something. He swore to God and everything to me one of the first days he came out here that he wouldn't just put me out on the streets like that, and that's what he's done. And the house isn't bad at all. It's crazy that it's being condemned. It's just that if you come in here and look, I cannot believe it's being condemned. There's this one room upstairs that's gotten burnt, and the door stays closed to the house. And that's it. And I just cannot believe, it's like everything, this has to be illegal. That's 1128 West Ridge Road. And also, Carla came because I was so upset about them doing they condemned the house without giving me no notice or anything of them coming. The day they contacted me was the day he put the placard on the door of being condemned. And I called him right back that day, like 2 hours later, and he told me that it was condemned and my power was going to be cut off, and I wasn't here at all, and I hadn't seen none of it yet. And so I kind of went off on him, and I contacted his boss, Carla, and so Carla, I contacted her right then and left her a voicemail to contact me immediately. It was an emergency, and she never contacted me back till the very next day, left a voicemail. I contacted her right back the next morning, and she said they'd be here in a couple of minutes. And then she got online and put on the form for the, y'all's website where y'all do where y'all put the reports on. She got on there and told like 4 different lies saying that she got my phone number, my mother's phone number from the Landlord, and someone hung up on her 3 different times, and she couldn't get a hold of me, and that I wouldn't get in contact with her, and that's not true whatsoever. I have her voicemail, and I have all my call logs of when I contacted her, and it was this. I can't believe how she lied in the report. And now Larry didn't put no notice on my door of why it's being condemned right now. No list of stuff. He said he's not done with the report. Him and Carla still got to work on it, because I told him that I caught Carla lying in the report, and he says they got to update the report now. And I said, well, it's okay. I already downloaded the report from the internet, and it showed where Carla put all those lies on there. If they update it and take the lies off of there, I know what they're doing. I cannot believe they can do this and go to sleep at night doing this to someone. But I won't be evicted, I don't think. I can't believe, if I get evicted, it's going to be unbelievable. Yeah, but she also, it's not because of rent, because there are verbal agreements state, if we have a verbal agreement, and she will admit to it under oath, because we both believe in God and we're too scared of going to hell. So I know she will admit it, and I'll tell the truth under the law, and there's just no way the judge would evict me. Hi, this is Derek Metz. My phone number is 336-809-7429. I was calling because I'm at 1128 West Ridge Road, and the property was condemned by Larry Roach. And I was just calling you. She transferred me to you. I need to get in touch with someone, because I don't understand how this can be done to me. They condemned my house. They came out here and wanted to do an inspection, ran no notice of any kind, no rent, no phone call or nothing. I wasn't here, and then the very next day, I guess it was, Larry Roach called me on my cell phone and left a voicemail, and I contacted him maybe about 3 hours later. It was about 3 o'clock p.m. that day, and, oh Lord, this is a long story. I contacted him, and I just need to calm down for a second. I contacted him, and he said that the house was being condemned. He put a placard on the door, and it was being condemned, and the power was being shut off. And so I kind of got really upset at him. I got Carla's number, and I called her and told her about it. How could it be condemned? And left her a voicemail of an emergency to contact me immediately, that I wouldn't have power, that I don't have power, and I need you to call me back. She never contacted me back that day. The very next day, she contacted me at around, I think it was 3 o'clock p.m. the next day. And there was a voicemail that she left, and I didn't get to my phone until 5 o'clock, and I couldn't get back to her. And so I called her the very next morning at like 9 o'clock. She said she'd be here in 10 minutes. So her and Larry came back out, and they did the inspection of the inside, and now they're condemning my house because of no electric. And Larry just came back out here with a placard with no list of stuff of why it's being condemned, how I can remedy the issues, no fixing it or anything. But I did pull the report up online. I got it where they submitted it. Him and everybody put the updates on the report and submitted the report to the internet, and I downloaded it. And on there, Carla gets on there and says 3 lies, that she got my phone number. She got my mother's phone number from my landlord. Why would she contact my mother? She says to get in contact with me because they couldn't get in contact. That is not true. I have all the call logs and all the voicemails. I have everything proven that that's a lie. And she said that she called my mother 3 times and someone hung up on her 3 separate times, and she could not get in contact with me whatsoever. And that's a complete lie, and I cannot believe Carla would get on there and lie like that. And I downloaded the report, and Larry said that he couldn't give me the report yet because he still has to go and update it and add more stuff to the report, and he left here and left the condemned thing on my door. And so what they're doing is, he told Carla that I know about the lies that she put on there, and what they're doing is updating the report real quick to so they don't get in trouble, but I already got the report downloaded of what lies she was telling. So I need someone to call me back as soon as possible. Sorry for the long message, but this is crazy. I cannot believe this can be done. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.